Man, we need better intro music.
It's a little
You know
plain.
what? See, that's what happened when you were entitled. You're just ungrateful.
Nah,
What's
man,
going on, everybody?
I got standards.
Need better
Once again, we are on with the Black Comic Lords in the building. It's the Wednesday wrap-up show.
Yep.
Where we wrap up the week, talk about what new books have come out, what's coming out, what are y'all talking about, and just basically chopping it up. What up, everybody?
Oh,
What's
I
up?
guess I got to do some music research for Paul.
Let's step the game up, man. You're the producer, man. You're supposed to make us look better than what we actually are.
Tragic. You know what?
All
Stop.
right.
What's going on, everybody? What's up, chat? Good to see everybody in the building.
Louisiana Kid, John Styles, Armistad. What up, Brooklyn in the house?
Yep.
Blurred Forever, all the way from London. What part
Yep.
of London are you in? Are you in Brixton? Wayne Ashford, if you can smell what the BCL is cooking, you can smell what you're cooking, you smelling something good.
Anyway,
Gordon, Bat Boy, Robert Moran. We got a lot of people in the house tonight.
got a couple. It's getting
A lot of
there.
records, and that's not all. We have also people joining us from Instagram. Now, we won't be able to surface your questions directly on the screen if you're coming from Instagram. So we do recommend that you just hop on over to the YouTube channel and join us there, so we can see your comments. I'll try to, copy them over, but I'm doing a lot of stuff in the background. But I'm watching the chat, but not closely for Instagram. So join us on YouTube.
Don't be
That's
afraid.
what's up.
Don't be
Here
scared.
we go.
Northwest Kilburn.
Respect. So,
We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room.
what elephant or lack thereof? I heard Marvel's hiring. Shout out to Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Every time Marvel invests in a big black actor, things go awry, apparently.
I will simply say this, and I'm gonna let you guys have this because I'm kind of nauseous with all the Kang stuff. It's unfortunate. We're talking about this cat's life. You know, he's going to be sentenced in, was it February? I want to say.
Yeah.
That brother's
So
gonna get probation.
yeah, well, that's what everybody is hoping.
In the grand scheme of
Stranger,
things,
stranger things have happened. He clearly is not Ezra Miller, okay? But you know, everything's kind of funny. You know, can I speak to let me speak to the blurred community for just a hot second, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if something terrible happens to me, I'm gonna come back and haunt all of y'all
yeah, don't do
because
that to me.
because if
What?
if I'm taking a dirt nap, I don't need Herschel. I don't need Paul. I don't need nobody talking about who they're gonna get to take who recast Richard. Recast. Y'all ain't about nothing. I just feel like, you know what? The fandom is trash.
Fickle.
I said it. The black comic nerd fandom is trash. Because if that been your brother in that courtroom, they got a guilty verdict. The last thing you want anybody talking about is who they gonna replace him with.
Right.
But that's just me though. That's just me. And I understand how some of y'all feel. I could care less about the Kang dynasty. But I'm gonna let y'all worry about that. So I'm telling y'all already off the grip. Anybody in the chat, don't ask me who can they get to recast, because I don't care. Now I got 3 other people with me that may care. But Rich don't care. So I'm just telling you, don't ask me. Because I might block you. Okay, so y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. I'm done talking.
I think if we actually insisted Disney keep Kang, they go by what the audience want, and us
Right.
speaking in one voice could save his job. They could rehire him back and, you know, treat him like Ezra Miller, because, you know, other people seem to not care about that, and he kept his job with all his shenanigans in Hawaii and kidnapping and whatever else they were talking about he did. So yeah, picking up someone and putting them back in the car is not assault, especially when they're trying to steal your stuff.
Yep.
I am irate about it. And if you watch the court proceedings, the person that was announcing the verdict was talking over the judge and giggling, saying how they were calling him guilty. Like, really? This sounds like something from the 1950s. Just saying.
A couple of things. First of all, on behalf of the other Black comic lords, Richard, if you were to pass, we would not seek to recast you. We would simply upgrade.
Tragic. You know what? Y'all heard it here first.
That being said, you know, what amazes me is people's surprise at the outcome.
Oh, no.
Given the fact that the charges were brought in the first place and all the evidence that came out, how did you expect this to play out based on what we have seen in our justice system already? You have a high profile celebrity, you've got a DA who's trying to who's been a target of criticism and ridicule for going after him. How did you think this was going to play out? At the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, if this wasn't Jonathan Majors, if this wasn't a celebrity, it wouldn't be all that big a deal. When you talk about the sentencing, assuming he's got no prior criminal history. At worst, he could be looking at is probably a year of probation and a fine, some anger management classes, possibly restitution to the quote unquote victim, for whatever her medical expenses are, and I'm sure she'll throw in restitution for therapy for the trauma that she has gone through. And moreover, she'll have her civil lawsuit, which will be where she really wants, which is really the driving force. And mark my words in this. It's not like I'm an attorney who's a former prosecutor, but the real driver in this is getting the criminal conviction will hopefully enhance the civil lawsuit, which will be announced shortly.
Yeah, because he made too much money. He got out of his place.
That's what's really behind all of this.
Yeah.
Watch, just watch. Wait to see how long the civil lawsuit comes out before the civil lawsuit comes out. And what I'm going to say you is evidence exhibit A. We have a conviction for assault and harassment. The definition of assault in New York State is causing bodily harm with intent. That's it.
Yeah.
Causing bodily harm with intent. Florida's definition is actually a little bit more liberal. It's more of a touching of someone that they didn't want.
Unwanted touching. Unwanted
touching. So, I mean, that's assault is, first of all, it's not called assault in Florida. It's called battery. But in New York, it's called assault.
Yes.
He's also charged with harassment, which is just intentionally being annoying to someone.
Even though he was filmed like running away
the whole time.
Well, I think what in the midst of what we saw, him struggling he's dealing with an irate drunk person, and he's struggling to get away. When in the midst of all that, she gets hurt. Her finger, I think, got broken or something.
Not even.
And that's what he's charged with. You caused her harm. You did it intentionally.
Yes.
That's what the jury ultimately decided, that he intentionally broke her finger. Like, if you're angry and you're trying to cause something, wouldn't you? I would think your injuries would be more than a broken finger. All right. I don't want to get into it.
Anyway.
It was bruised. It wasn't broken.
Shout out to Frustrated, who comment what I was getting at the point. How do you film running away and you're guilty? Yeah.
It's the intent.
That's
the part that I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around.
Yeah, nope. He was running. That was the guilt.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Appreciate that, Frustrated.
Hold up on that.
Thank you. Frustrated Fan Sports Show.
Durka's got a comment about Derek's wall. He said, "Can we talk about that?"
Don't get him started. Good Lord.
This thing right here, that one right there is taking a hit.
Here we go.
This situation.
Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead and get your flex on.
Yes.
What? I don't have anything to flex. It's my
it ain't a flex. It's not a flex. I just put it up there because I don't know.
So I'll tell you the history. When I started doing these shows, I was told that I needed something in my background because I just had this wood panel wall.
Oh wow! So, now you're throwing shade at me because I'm the person who told you had an ugly ass wall behind you.
Hey, next week I'm bringing some music. I respond to feedback
with
every week. I feel like I'm being trolled by Herschel right now.
Okay,
that's funny. No, Derek does have some big boy books behind him that was it not Amazing Fantasy, Weird Fantasy 18. That is a big what we like to call a big boy book. He's got the picture of the astronaut. That's a historical book. We got to salute that, if nothing else, because that book has a lot of historical significance when we talk about Black comics. So respect all that. You can call them Imperious Flex, whatever. I love it. I'm glad that we got somebody in our squad that has that. That's a grail, because that's a grail. That's not just a key. That is a grail for Black collectors.
It's not a big deal.
Boy, we got a hater notice or something.
I'm channeling Herschel, man. I'm being Herschel the hater tonight.
Hopefully we won't jinx ourselves, but Rich and I have plans to do a show on that book.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe even bring a historical expert in too. So we'll see how
Talk
that
about
goes.
it. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Speaking of somebody that has that same picture in his avatar, Mr. Robert
Yeah,
Monroe Jr.
that's what's
Uh,
up.
Speaking about backgrounds, if you want to know what upcoming things Black Comic Lords are working on, you just need to look at my background. That's all I'll say.
This guy here.
That's all right. If you can't figure it out, that's all right. It'll come to you.
Say, let me look. I need my magnifying glasses. I'm just saying, bro. For real. My eyesight ain't as good as y'all's. What you got back there, Paul? Just tell us, man. Stop.
Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, moving on. What else is in the news? We know we have this new. It is Wednesday. New comic book day, which ought to be a holiday. Everybody should get the day off with pay. And the only requirement is that you go to your LCS and have a pull list.
Let me pull up the list here. What we got going on here. Let's see what came out this week.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Y'all.
I don't even know if I updated the pull list for this week. I apologize if I don't have everything that should be there. Been kind of busy lately with my life. But let's take a look at what came out this week. Now there was this amazing Spider-Man 40 book, Gang War. The only reason I put this on the list, this Gang War book, Gang War is mostly like black villains. Tombstone being the chief among them. But you're having black villains such as Tombstone. You have what's her face? Black Mariah's back. There's a couple others. Was Diamondback? One of Luke Cage's villains was in there.
Right.
I want to say Marsdale was in there. But I just thought that was kind of interesting.
I mean, they the Gang War stuff. Miles Morales issue 13 came out this week.
Yeah.
The Gang War stuff covers Diamondback, who's in there. To your point, the Bumbler, Hobgoblin. I mean, it's a crossover. It's got black folk in it. Speaking of villains, maybe we can get to that a little bit later. I wanted to talk about the post that I had put up, that Daryl Goza posted up about the MCU diversity, about all the black villains, all the major villains in the last few MCU offerings are black. But we'll get to that later. So we also have Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer, that came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
And Philadelphia. Yep. Philadelphia 32
My
came out.
God, the Philadelphia. Let me talk about.
We can't talk about it, Paul. We can't talk about it. People ain't ready.
Look, I don't want to go into detail, but
your man.
Hold on. Just in case, Paul, we don't want you to spoil anything.
I'm not going to spoil anything. Look, I am literally not going to. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not spoiling anything.
Just in case.
I'm simply saying.
You've been warned.
just in case.
I'm like Jack Nicholson's Joker when it comes to Derek. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yep.
So look, Richard is a big Philadelphia fan. He's a big fan of Rodney Barnes, and with good reason. Rodney Barnes' writing is so engaging, so well crafted, so superior. The dialogue between the characters is so. You forget you're reading a comic book when you're reading Rodney Barnes. I don't want to say you're reading prose but it's very cinematic. Every issue of Philadelphia is like an episode of an HBO Max show or a Netflix show or something, because that's where this should be. I don't know what the status of the Philadelphia television show is, but whoever's holding up the process is an idiot. They need to greenlight this man. They need to
Let me
greenlight this
find out who.
man. They need to greenlight this man's show. Give him whatever he wants. It's gonna be a success. This book is phenomenally written, and the blueprint, the screenplay is already there. These comics, every issue is an episode. Just give him the man his budget, let them put it on, and just collect your checks because the show's phenomenal. It's gonna win Emmys.
Dirk, we're not spoiling nothing, brother. Don't worry about it. We made sure
I'm
we-
just
we-
giving my opinion on the show. I'm
Yeah,
not giving any
yeah.
spoilers
It's-
or storyline.
yeah.
My
We're not
favorite
spoiling.
characters. My favorite character is Anansi. I've said that many time and time again. I think Anansi deserves his own spin-off show, his own spin-off series. And the dialogue between Anansi and Spawn and Seesaw, it's just those three are just they're incredible together. That's all I gotta say. It's a great book. Great
Yep.
book. I challenge, as Richard would say, I challenge you to find a book that's better than this book that's on the shelves.
Definitely my favorite comic.
I do have a question for the chat. We have this this series we've started kind of slowly. It's called 5 Questions on, or 5 Questions with, on the Black Comic Lords website. So we have 5 questions on Silver Surfer Ghostlight with John Jennings. We have 5 questions on Black Panther with how am I forgetting her name?
Eve Ewing?
Yeah, with Eve Ewing, Dr. Eve L. Ewing. And I think the next one we want to do is probably 5 questions with on Philadelphia, or 5 questions with Rodney Barnes. So, chat, if you have any questions that you'd like Rodney Barnes to answer, and let us know in the chat, and we might consider adding those to that article. Hopefully, he would grace us by answering those questions. But just put your questions in chat, and we'll take a look at that. Welcome your ideas.
Post it up. We'll consider all questions that you guys put in this chat right now. We'll consider it to forward to my Rodney Barnes for the 5 questions segment.
Yeah, so man, we had the Philadelphia book came out this week. Spawn came out. The main Spawn title came out this week. Spawn is creeping up on 350. Another landmark. We got some Superman books down at DC.
Oh, let me talk about these two real quick. I have a Star Wars book. Look, I know not everybody's into Star Wars. I'm hardcore into Star Wars. Not as much as Star Trek, but Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Let's just take a look at this cover, this one book. Revelations that came out this week. Jeez, I'm going all over the place. Sorry.
Is this an anthology?
What do you immediately notice
Selection of
about
stories?
the cover of this book? This is particularly a one shot. It's like the Marvel's Timeless book, where you're kind of viewing what's going to come out over the next year.
Yeah, it's Mace Windu and Lando Calrissian.
Okay, keep going.
I see 1, 2, 3 Black characters on here.
Say that again, Derek.
3.
Okay, I'm not able to see. Oh, at the top, even that's Trennis.
Keith
Trennis at the top.
Trennis,
Yeah.
Lando Calrissian, and Mace Windu. You got 3 Black canon Star Wars characters on the cover of a comic book. When has that ever happened before? Go ahead and tell me. I'll wait.
Never.
Never. The answer is never. There's never been 3 Black characters on a Star Wars cover before. And this falls into the Dwayne McDuffie rule. This for me is just me is a personal minor key, for the very fact it's the first time we've had 3 Black characters on the cover of a Star Wars comic book. Moreover, it's the first appearance of a Black bounty hunter in this book, a Black woman bounty hunter Her first appearance is in this book. So
Okay.
yeah, I would recommend picking this book up just for historical purposes.
What's the price tag on that, bro?
It's like $3.99. It's a regular book.
Are you sure?
It's no, I'm sorry. I take it back. It's $6.99. I lied. It's $6.99.
Listen. Can we talk about the black tax? Can we really talk about the black tax? Can we talk about the black tax?
I won't begrudge you that because there's some truth to it.
Listen. Y'all paying for y'all paying for this melanin on these covers.
Yeah.
And wait, DC gonna really have y'all double dipping in Black History Month. So y'all get your coins ready. Get your coins ready.
Superman. The reason this book is on this list is not because I'm not a Superman guy. I'm a Batman guy, but Superman. This current Superman series is being drawn by Jamal Campbell, excellent artist of Far Sector fame.
Yes, sir.
His interior art is nothing less than astounding. But moreover, first of all, I wouldn't get this cover. I'd get this one with my boy Black Manta, who's my favorite black villain. This is a dope. Actually, the interiors of this particular issue is done by Bruno Redondo, who is a DC artist known for doing Nightwing. Got some accolades.
Did I see a black tax on that book too? Did I see a black tax on that one too?
What was
the price on that?
It says $5.99. $5.99.
Yeah, you pay the variant price on that.
We're gonna have to start keeping numbers on whenever there is a dope black book, how they mark up the price for us. It's like y'all. It's like we hear you, Black Comic Lords. We hear y'all complaining you don't have enough black characters. We'll go ahead and put that out there, and we'll raise the price just for y'all. You're welcome. This is what they're doing to us.
So they have a main art cover where he's shooting beans out of eyes. That is insane. There's a couple of covers like that.
Does Black Manta have anything to do with the story? No. It's just a cover because of the Aquaman.
No.
So I would recommend this issue. Not because of the cover, but because at the beginning of this series, there's the introduction of a really dope character called Marilyn Midnight.
Moonlight.
Marilyn Moonlight. And in this issue, you get into more of her origin and where her powers come from, how they work, so to speak. So if you're talking about keys, this is a minor key because you're getting a little bit of the origin of Marilyn Moonlight in this issue. If you're going to buy one of these covers, I just personally would recommend the Black Manta one because it's Black Manta and I think he's dope as hell.
Yep.
But those are our books of this week. Oh, and Harriet Tubman, which we talked about. Oh, and Green Lantern. We didn't mention Green Lantern.
Yep.
Green Lantern #4. Great series.
I got the Steel. I went on and got the A cover for the Green Lantern because Steel is on the cover with him.
Yeah.
So, the variants are pretty cool. Variants are pretty cool. Yeah, so that's what's coming out. That's what's out. So y'all can go to the shop whether you go tomorrow or this weekend. Yeah. What up, Tron Will?
Hopefully, it would be so nice if the Black Comic Lords had ties to a LCS that we could tell people, here's the books that's coming out. Here's a store you can go buy it from. Support a black business.
Pick one. I know almost everybody. Windu and Claremont.
Angel. Jeez, man. You're just
always you kind of put it out there, Paul.
Pulling back the curtain behind, letting people see them. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Don't draw back the curtain, Angel.
I didn't know it was a secret.
You kind of let it. You kind of dangled it out there, though, Paul.
I was dangling it out there as a teaser, and Angel just said, "Hey, I didn't have the whole meal."
You know what?
We got a question here.
Dirk, he asked a question. Which version of Storm does everyone prefer?
Which version of Storm does everyone prefer? The Al Ewing version. That's an easy answer. Find me a better written version of Storm than Al Ewing's Storm. I've never seen a writer in the history of Marvel Comics who has had more love that has translated into concrete development of a character as I've seen with Al Ewing's Storm. Al Ewing's not black. He's a middle-aged white dude from England.
Mhm.
But gosh darn it, this man deserves a plate from the cookout with aluminum foil on it and handed it to him, nice and warm and hot and toasty. You don't get to come to the cookout, but you certainly deserve a plate. You certainly deserve a plate, Al Ewing.
That's just trash.
That's not trash.
No,
That's
right?
love. That's love. I have love for Al Ewing. That man's a brilliant writer. And his Sword, then translating into X-Men Red, it has been the last 5 years of pure Storm love. And the latest issue of X-Men Red
Yeah, issue 18.
does not disappoint. Does not
No, it
disappoint.
does not. I can go along with this modern version of Storm. You know, I mean, I do like punk rock Storm. And I thoroughly enjoy Storm back Chris Claremont Storm or whatever. But I do think that Al Ewing has written her the best out of everybody that's written her. You would, in my opinion, it goes without saying, why hasn't nobody, quote unquote, let's just poll a question. How many black writers have written Storm?
Stephanie Williams did so in Scarlet Witch recently, most recently, and developed the story of her additional ties to her supernatural side, her mystical side.
Yeah, but who else other than to like John Stout, Eric Jerome Dickey? There has not been a
Reginald Hudlin during the Black Panther run.
Yeah, but all of these things that Eric Jerome Dickey is the only black writer to write her in a self-titled book.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So but that's kind of crazy when you think about how long Storm has been around. And
Coates as well.
Well, Coates did it, but he did it in Black Panther.
Well, that's where she gets the most love.
Yes.
That's where she gets the most love. In X-Men, we'll make you a regent. Not a queen? No, we'll just make you regent. In Black Panther, you are a goddess, the Hadari Yao, the walker of clouds.
But
we all believe in you. We shall imbue you with your power.
Listen, I get all of that. I'm just saying that in a self-titled run, no one's done it except Eric Jerome Dickey. He's the only guy. Rest in peace. But it just seems to me that somebody should have given black woman, black man that would write a story about Storm. Because I still think that character is still, even with Al Ewing's writing toward her, I still think that character has much more to grow. Has a lot more to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about Al Ewing. I talked about it last week on the last week's show about her being in Immortal Thor #4, where she's been given her own hammer. And she's a Thor as well. Hadari Yao, goddess, wind rider, tall, all this stuff. Now she's also a Thor on top of it. So yeah, shout out to Storm. He says, wait, no one likes the Storm series? You talking about the last one? No, we having a good conversation, Frustrated. Why you gotta bring that up?
You gotta come in and change.
Why you gotta bring that up?
Change it up.
No, that wasn't that good. It just wasn't that good, bro. Gordon says, I remember when Coates was writing Black Panther, there was word he was going to write a separate Storm series. That would have been cool.
That would have been dope.
That would have been definitely cool. But
There's been quite a bit of talk also in the chat about the Moon Man book.
The what book?
Moon
Moon
Man.
Man.
Oh, being done by the one that's coming out. It's coming out in the next few weeks, isn't it? I don't know anything about the book other than Kid Cudi's doing it, and it's called Moon Man, and it's got an astronaut on a planet on the cover.
So he's not a legacy character. No,
No, it's a new book.
that was a joke, bro.
Here's a comment by Jay about War Journal number 4.
War
Journal.
Cover A was myself.
Oh, you talking about the
Oh,
the brain. Like it had Steel on the cover as well. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. 2 black superheroes on the cover.
Sorry about the glare. Yeah.
You're pleased with the comment.
I normally get the B covers, but I saw that cover and I was like, hey, let me get on to get that one. I wasn't gonna pay $4.99 for that and then buy that one. So I just got the A. Save the dollar.
Saved a whole
Mercury
dollar.
says, I don't like to see, but would probably never get published. Blue Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Ghostlight team up. No, you don't want that because Ghostlight would steal Monica Rambeau from Blue Marvel.
Oh wow. You know what? We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into ADOS Jamaican shenanigans. We ain't doing that. Not get into them shenanigans.
Al Harper is Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah.
You get a lot of girls telling us that the Moon Man.
Al
drops
Harper was on ice
Annie's
for like
radio.
20 years. I mean,
Yeah,
he might have some
Yes.
needs.
Yeah, he has some time to make up.
His
20 years of Marvel.
wife has moved on to a new dude. So
20 years of
Al
Marvel
Harper's
time.
looking for love in all the wrong places.
20 years of Marvel time, 50 years real time, right?
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
Moon Man.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna let y'all check.
5 questions. For Al.
Y'all let me know how it is because I don't know. Kid Cudi's kind of weird to me, so y'all y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know.
What we need to do is add another 5 questions to Eve Ewing and ask her to bring Ghostlight to Wakanda. How dope would that be?
Why? For them to shoot him out the air?
Shoot him out the air. They can't shoot him. Ghostlight is so powerful. He's a cosmic powered man.
Oh, I forgot. We talking about Wakanda. Everybody breaks into Wakanda.
They supposed to be able to protect themselves, but everybody
Look. Their claim to fame is that they've not been conquered, not invaded. They've been invaded plenty of times. They just don't get conquered.
Hey, listen. Y'all want to go there? I said they will just flood Wakanda. No problem. I said just dump a whole bunch of water. Yeah. All this shenanigans. Shout out to all my Black Panther fans out there.
Wakanda's like, we have open borders. You can come in anytime. If you start,
right.
we can kill you.
Yeah, right.
Discretion.
Oh man. So speaking, we talked about we Derek jumped off and went somewhere.
Derek jumped off so that we could look at his wall, and this is his passive aggressive flex right now. This is what he's doing. I know how Derek thinks, man. He's flexing right now. He's like, oh, my head is blocking the background, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave so y'all can look at what I got.
He's got the Philadelphia up there. He's got the Infinitum. He's got the Invisible Man.
Signed Nita Hawes limited edition.
Yep.
Weird Fantasy 18 slab. Oh, so that's when he comes back when we start talking about it.
Right.
Y'all don't see this.
Actually,
You think I'm
I was
making
going
this
to say
up?
that this is I'm gonna on one of the shows I'm gonna give this away pretty soon. So it's a signed Silver Surfer #1.
Is that a
signed by Mr.
Silver
John
Surfer?
Jennings?
Wow. I don't even I don't have a signed Silver. I've interviewed John Jennings how many times? I don't even have a sign.
John Styles asked a question. He says, "Is Ghostlight stored on the same shelf as Mosaic?" Wow. The series just ended. Y'all stop. Y'all, that man, that character has not been officially shelved yet. Okay.
Wow.
Just had one
That's
series.
an interesting topic.
It's a brand new character.
How many original Black characters have been shelved?
All of them.
You answered that way too quick.
That's the truth. I'll wait. Y'all tell me which one had been shelved.
Oh my God. Let's try a different question. Let's try a different question. How many, and this is for the chat. Let me test y'all in the chat. See how smart you guys are. Well, you're Black Comic Lord fans because you're here visiting us. You're obviously smarter than the average comic fan, so that's fine.
Definitely, yeah.
Stop it. You're going to have people trolling us.
No, I'll stand on that square. Where else you got better Black comic book fans here than here?
Well, no doubt. Just ask the question. What's the question, Paul?
How many original Black characters have been created by Black creators at Marvel Comics?
2?
No, there's more than 2.
Let's see.
Marvel's not that bad.
2.
There's a lot more than you might think. I'll let you think of marinate on that for a second. And remember how I phrased the question. I didn't say
I'm thinking about how to phrase the way. Two come to the forefront of my thoughts. Just 2, but like I say, it may be more.
Durka says Spawn. No, I said Marvel, not Image.
Robert Monroe says 3.
There's more than 3, probably.
3.
Probably.
I'll give you 3 off the top of my head. Ghostlight.
Yes.
1.
Mosaic.
2.
That's right.
Shuri.
3.
Those are 3 characters off the top of my head that were created by Black creators. Original Black characters.
Blue Marvel. That's 4.
And Blue Marvel, 4. That's right. That's 4.
Yeah.
Can you name any others? Come on, guys. There's a few obvious ones.
Tosin.
Black creators.
Look at my hat and think about it.
T'Challa.
No.
Eve Ewing.
Eve Ewing created.
Run. Black Panther.
Well, if you're doing that, Tosin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tosin. Paul doesn't want to hear that.
That wasn't about Eve Ewing, but yes, Tosin's an original Black character.
Tosin the Wakandan.
We don't recognize him. Oh, Blurred Forever.
What up?
Thank you.
2022 roundup. Best movie, best TV show, best comic, best artist, best writer. Look, let me write that down. For 2022, we're going to do a year-end show, but we can get started with this.
Couching and Slouching with C. Bizzle, Bryant Wilson, my man. You need to come back on the show with us, man. You know, come hit me up. We'll talk. We'll get back on the show. Okoye. He mentions Okoye, another original Black creator who created.
We got to play a super chat video.
Yeah,
let's hit this.
Especially for Blurred Forever. I mean, he's joining at 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Shout out.
We got much love for you.
Thank you, Blurred Forever.
My man Pericles said, "Tuck Fosen."
Wow.
My man.
Buffalo Soldier.
G-Town mentions Bessie. Yeah, Bessie, Besa by Eve Ewing. Original Black character created by a Black creator.
Buffalo Soldier.
That's another original one. Did Dwayne McDuffie and Dennis Cowan create any characters at Marvel? Well,
he did. Dwayne McDuffie created he created
Damage Control.
Damage Control. Yeah, he created Damage Control.
The head of Damage Control was a Black guy. Well,
yes.
Yeah.
He was.
That was made in Dwayne McDuffie's image. In my opinion.
I'm not sure if Dennis Cowan created a new character. He may have, but I don't think of any. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Dennis Cowan created. at Marvel off the top of my head. He created a whole slew for Milestone, but I don't know at Marvel if I can think of any he created off the top of his head. If there were, I would suspect it would probably be in the Deathlock run. I don't know if he created any original characters in that run. How would y'all feel if DC ended up hiring Jonathan? You talking about Majors?
Yeah, Jonathan Majors.
We want Disney to give him his job back.
Well, DC seems to have a lot more liberal attitude towards criminality in their actors.
I don't know.
Wow, that's funny.
Ezra Miller's
Ezra
Miller's not in jail, and he's still
they
getting
favor
checks.
certain types of people.
Durka said, "I googled your question, but it's cheating." Well, look, the rest of the people on this panel apparently are dried out. They haven't figured out any other.
No, we're not.
I mean, you
Go
know,
ahead.
we weren't. I'm thinking about major characters. Y'all, you coming up with these CD list characters.
I didn't. That's why I phrased the question the way I did it. And I specified characters. I didn't say ones that had their own book or whatever. I just said, what are some black characters that were created by black comic creators?
Okay, Blur Forever, I'm gonna honor your question because you gave us a dope super chat. My movie of the year is Godzilla -1.
Oh yes.
That to me, that was the movie that came in right at the end of 2023.
Displayed everything.
Man, that's a great movie. Paul's a Godzilla guy. He hadn't seen it. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I don't have any time. You're lucky You're lucky I'm on the show right now. I don't have any time.
Make time for Godzilla.
Yeah, make time. Make time for Godzilla.
I'll hop in my DeLorean and create time.
Yeah, take the baby, take the little girl with you. You guys will have fun with that movie. It's a great movie. As far as like best show, TV show, that's a hard one for me because I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. But I gotta say, I enjoy Power.
I was thinking the same thing. The entire Power universe.
Yeah, the entire Power universe is pretty good. My favorite artist, probably every year, even though he doesn't do a whole lot of stuff, is Marcus Williams. I just love that dude's art.
Oh, one of my buddies.
And my favorite best writer is Rodney Barnes.
Rodney.
Yeah, Rodney Barnes. So.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him to watch this show. We've been bragging about him the whole show.
Who? Rodney Barnes?
Rodney, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, he pops in every now and then. He pops in every now and then.
I'm just gonna tell him right now.
You know, we got a lot of love for that dude. I mean, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, Angel, when Philadelphia first hit the stands, and I grabbed it, I read it, and I told everybody within an earshot of me, this is the book. Anybody that been around me, Herschel, I told Herschel, I pleaded with her. I said, Herschel, go get this book. Herschel's a Cape and Cows guy. He wasn't believing it or whatever. Man, that thing kept getting better and better and better. And I told her, I was like, this is the book. There's nobody writing on this level in comics, period. You know, I'm just waiting for the how can I put this? I am just waiting for the melanated challenge people to jump on the bandwagon. Because at some point, they got to recognize that this dude is cold. He's cold with his pen. And I don't know what they want. I don't know. I mean, you know, and by and large, a lot of black fans or whatever, a lot of us are not into horror, but a lot of us are. But a lot of them are into horror as a genre. And so I was like, y'all love, Something's Eating the Children? Y'all love that. Why can't Rodney Barnes get no shine?
Right.
So, you know, but that's how I see it.
I agree with Gordon. Philadelphia is the best book on the market weekend, month in and month out.
Yep.
The writing is so damn superior. It's above everyone else.
I'm just telling you, please go read that book. We're gonna have to have a conversation about Philadelphia issue 32.
I'll read it tonight. I'll read it after my basketball game ends. Anyway, yeah, my team's playing right now. After that
Look,
game,
what the man's doing with expanding using other DC image comic characters, expanding his universe. My God, man! I mean, this man could create an entire universe if he had the time.
Yep.
I don't know
What?
how Rodney Barnes does all the things that he does.
Well, he said he was a vampire. He's
Look, I was trying to be kind because he laughed. He did not deny. He laughed when I accused him of being a vampire. But has anybody seen his brother in the daytime?
well, he goes to nice restaurants to eat with some of his friends.
That's indoors. That's indoors. No one's seen him. There's never a picture of him out in the sun.
Yeah,
I'll find one and send it to you.
Rodney Barnes is a vampire. I've said it.
that's funny.
Put
That
it
is
out
funny.
there. I
Wayne
challenge you to prove me
Ashford
otherwise.
Wayne
Look at some of
Ashford
these
asked a
comments.
question. He says, "Is this the issue of Philadelphia with Spawn and Blackula, Prince Mama Walden?" No, it is not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. That's
like
that's
issue
down. That's later on down the road.
something like that.
But Philadelphia
It's coming.
32 is special for a number of reasons. It literally, I will tell you that I literally, when I read it, I had a laugh out loud moment for real. I laughed for real. That's the thing about Rodney Barnes too. Rodney Barnes is also a part of being a dope horror writer. Rodney Barnes is a comedian writer. This is the guy who used to write on Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
he's got comedic chops to go along with what he's doing, and there is a page that it is going to make you laugh, and I mean you're going to have a nice hearty laugh. I love that dude. He knows how to hit you with certain things, and yeah.
Talent.
Angel,
talent
you
that
should
brother
just
has,
tell
man.
Rodney come
I
and grab some
challenge you to read
screenshots.
his books and
What?
not like it. That's just not possible.
Tell Rodney just come and grab some screenshots of some of these comments here. You know,
Oh yeah, I
this
don't
one
know what he was.
here,
He didn't reply right away, so.
this one here. Yeah,
Philadelphia.
maybe a lot ago when we interviewed, he talked about
Yeah.
this book. When we interviewed
That
him
was
last time.
Yep.
Florence and Normandy. That's the name of the book.
Can we go to the Louisiana Kid comment?
What's that? What do you got?
Which one's that one? Oh yeah, this one here.
I'd like to thank the chat for hipping me to the other black girl, Lawman Base Reeves, and my
That's
man,
what
The Bounty Hunter. Both seasons, great shows.
yes.
Yes.
Respect.
Netflix. Talk about melanation.
Netflix.
Netflix does not get enough props for how inclusive it is in its programming.
That's true.
They really about that life. Like they don't talk the talk.
They just do.
They walk the walk. They truly have inclusivity in their programming, and I appreciate Netflix. We're a Netflix household here. My wife and my daughter religiously watch Netflix for all the programming that it has. I mean, I don't watch that much television personally, but they're hard. Netflix really does try to. I mean, I see a lot of melanation.
Well, you do know that they were just recently accused of white fragility, right?
White for
Oh, he said thank you. Rodney said thank you.
what?
Respect. He said thank you.
Thank you for all the accolades.
Rodney who?
Rodney Barnes.
Come
Rodney
on,
Barnes is in the
man.
chat again?
No, he DM'd Angel DM'd him.
He DM'd who?
Oh my
Angel DM'd Rodney.
Oh,
And he said thank you.
tell him to get in the chat so we can thank him properly.
I sent them the link. We'll see what happens.
That's
Tell
funny.
him to get in the chat. That's how we got our first interview with him. He just popped into the chat randomly.
The movie that's out on Netflix is it The End of the World? I can't think of the proper name for it, but it's the new movie with Mahershala Ali and it's got a couple other actors. But anyway, it's about I guess there's a power outage or something, and this black guy has a nice home, and he rented it out as an Airbnb. But all of this kind of happens, and so he's trying to go back to his own house. But the guests that are staying at the B&B are a white couple, and they're treating him like he's an outsider, even though it's his own home. So it's very triggering. So
that sounds like some black trauma porn to me, right now.
It probably is, most likely.
Fox News, come on now.
Derek,
Ethan Hawke is in.
Start some of these chat comments. Go into that, Derek.
What is that? Oh, we got a bunch of
pull out some of these start comments you got here.
Let's see, James, you should be joining us right now.
Met him at Comic-Con 2023 in New York City, and he was amazing. No vampire vibes. That's not a denial, James. That's not proof. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Rodney Barnes is a vampire. I'm sorry. I don't want to put the brother's business on blast, but he's a creature of the night. He does not sleep. There's no way any human being could possibly generate that much quality content and not be a creature of the night.
The sleep thing might be right. Not sleeping.
He's
Jay says, would y'all say Philadelphia 31 and the issues with the others incoming are key?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What is the basis of the key? I don't know.
I
don't know.
That's funny.
The joining of two universes, the Rodney verse, the Philadelphia verse, and Image universe. There's Herschel.
Can I give a tip?
Herschel always with the dramatic entrance.
I want to give a tip.
Behind it. Yeah, that's Gordon.
He's always got to be that dude who comes to the party late so he can say, "Y'all can start the party now. I'll have a live." That's for sure.
No, welcome. Well, not welcome, but thank you guys for having me. But
for
I'm
having
glad we're done talking about Jonathan Majors.
Well, we done with that. We done with that. We have put a hot slug. We put a hot slug in that about 35, 45 minutes ago.
Hey, there's a good question here about Philadelphia 31, and
yeah, we just answered it. Me and Paul just.
I got one last question about Jonathan Majors because Herschel's here. Just one question.
All right.
If Jonathan Majors' girlfriend was not Gabby, but it was Shaquanda, would he be in the mess that he's in now?
Of course not.
Of course he would. Of course he would.
No, because he's the one that called the cops. They would have just been like, nothing's happening and went on.
He would have been in trouble.
I don't think so.
He would have been in trouble.
That's the question. Chat, talk amongst yourselves.
That is such a trash question. That is the trash.
It is a trash question, but I'll go ahead and take that. I mean, would his sister have reacted the way that Gabby did?
No.
You don't think a black woman would have chased him down like that? Have y'all not watched social media?
No, but I'm not talking about the ran and chase him down part. I'm talking about the take the man to court over whatever this is.
Do y'all not watch divorce court? Do y'all not watch all this other stuff? Yes, black women do this. I'm not saying it's a horrible thing. I'm just saying.
I don't know if we're gonna do mixed company with that, man. I don't.
We were fine, and you just took the train all the way off the track.
Richard, you're absolutely right. I said we put a slug in that 45 minutes ago, and look where we are now. Herschel's here. I shouldn't have asked that question. That's my bad. My bad.
I want to get this back.
I'm giving raw meat to the tiger. I should not have done that. I apologize. Chat, I apologize. I should not have done that. I recant that. Derek, is there a way you can edit this video later on?
No, you can't unring a bell.
Can we unring the bell?
No.
Let's just take Herschel off. I don't want to talk about this.
So, let's as you were saying,
what are the start comments?
I wanted to make a comment on this. Philadelphia number 31. I think
is it a key?
That one, or number 30. I mean, number 30 could also
31.
Be
is 31 a key? Introduction of Spawn. Well, technically, Spawn was cameoed in 30, but 31 was his full-blown appearance.
But what I'm trying to say is number 30. I think that one caught people off guard. Yeah, and there's a sleeper book in that. There's 3 covers, And the noir variant of that cover, you won't find that in many places. So while the people are kind of chasing down cover A, if you can find that noir, I recommend that you get it, because if 30 ends up being a key, then the one to have is going to be the noir cover. That not many were ordered to that one.
As much as I deride Derek, aka the Imperious Flex, for his constant flexing and shade that he throws upon me because he obviously has personal issues against me, for which he has beef.
I don't agree.
As despite all of that, I will acknowledge the fact that Derek Harrison is low key one of the best spec guys out there. He does not get enough credit for that. He picks up on these things. No one listens to him because he's weird. But the fact remains, he's absolutely correct. 98.
Talk about a backhanded compliment, boy.
We don't like those.
That is a pure compliment. What are you talking about?
No.
I'll be all right. I will survive.
No.
That was a pure compliment.
You can keep that one.
Everything that Derek just said is 100% true.
But just in case.
Hey, don't.
It was in the air. It was in the atmosphere.
Hey, listen, don't let this distract you guys from the fact that Disney Plus is going to release the show with a bunch of folks going after artifacts in Wakanda.
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. This
we talked about that last
Black Comic Lord fandom. Do you understand how much shade these cats be throwing at me? I got Derek flexing on me every episode, every week. When Herschel gets here, he throws shade at me. He throws the Wakanda shade at me. This is the pressure. This is the microaggressions I got to deal with in this space.
Now we're talking about microaggressions.
Our safe space. I have to deal with microaggressions from my own
safe space. We're talking about comic books.
Frustrated Fans Sports says, "How can a crossover be a key?" I'll be honest with you. The word key in today's climate is like, I'm not gonna take away from what Derek is saying, but it's like, good luck, man. Just buy it. It's probably just get it. I mean, even if you don't think it's a key, just buy it, because nothing right now is like blowing up. So if you're hard down speculating, just buy it. It ain't gonna cost you nothing.
How can a crossover be a key? Let me ask you a question.
Does it have a first appearance?
If Blackula, the Philadelphia characters, Spawn, and Savage Dragon are all in the same book, is that significant?
I mean, it can be. If there's going to be future stories that come from that.
When Superman met Batman, you better believe that's a key.
Thank you, Herschel.
Is War of the Independence number 2 a key?
What?
Is War of the Independence number 2 a key?
Oh.
Of course it's a key.
Yeah.
And that's just crossover. It's all crossover.
That is the largest conglomeration of Black characters ever in comics.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's all independent characters, or mostly.
But do we give the same prominence to the white adjacent books? Do we say because DC, when they show up with the Justice League, which is basically the largest conglomerate of heroes, we don't say that's key?
Oh, come on, Herschel. I'm not going to recognize the all lives matter argument.
I'm just saying we don't.
Look, that's like something comics.
That's not even
stop. That's a Comicsgate.
That's
comic.
not even the same realm.
Herschel. I'm disappointed. That was a Comicsgate.
Here's the question we always have on the scene.
Then what's the real definition of a key? Key is an important, significant occurrence that happens in the issue. Some people will say it provides something no other book does. It's normally a first appearance.
Yeah, first of something.
That was the first time you had a conglomeration of Black characters in a book. Was the War of Independence?
I would, in just in my humble opinion, as far as keys go in terms of the original question. 31 will, in hindsight, may not be a key. Cool event, but maybe not be a key. The keys in Philadelphia are Philadelphia number 1, That's the biggest key. The first appearance of James Sangster, the characters, the beginning of the story itself, or whatever. It doesn't matter if you go back and look at Walking Dead, for example. There's a lot of first appearances in Walking Dead, but none of them books are coveted more than the first Walking Dead book.
Right.
So that's how I think you have
Specifically
to
with regard
approach
to
that.
Philadelphia #1, pursuant to Imperious Flex, you need the second print as the biggest key.
That would be my opinion, but other people would say the limited to 500 cover.
What was that?
That'd be
The
Paul's,
limited to
that'd
what?
be Paul's pick. The limited to 500 cover.
The limited to 500? That one?
Yes, limited to 500. Supposedly limited to 500. We'll say it that way.
In a 9.8? Yes, I have.
In a 9.8, yeah.
Wayne Ashford says, remember then when there was talk about Django was supposed to meet Zora in a graphic novel a few years back? That book happened. I have that book. I have those books.
I have those books.
Zorro and Django. I have those books.
Great series.
Yeah.
Who was the writer on that book too? Wasn't it Reginald Hudlin?
I don't think it was Hudlin.
It was a black. There was a black writer on that book, wasn't there? Now I gotta look it up.
Let me see how much the War of Independence is going for today.
Well, if you look it up, I was just looking up a minute ago.
The last big
Walmart,
sale on that book was $100, right?
That book is dropped a whole lot.
I have 2 copies of them, but I had 2 copies, but I don't have them right now.
You see what I'm talking about, fam? You see what I'm talking about? And this dude be flexing.
I said I had.
You gotta pay attention to what Derek is talking about.
I got 2 copies of that book.
You don't have 2 copies. Shut up, Richard. You don't have 2 copies.
You know what? You know what?
Uh-oh.
Let me be.
He's got receipts.
I call bullshit on that. Let me see the receipts.
My 2 copies are CGC right now, so
okay.
I'll have
that's like the girlfriend in Canada, right?
Yeah.
CGC slabbing? I don't know about that.
Well, I don't even see it. Last one. One is available for buy now for $230 on eBay, but you probably could beat that.
It was not a black writer on Django Zorro. It was Matt Wagner and Quentin Tarantino.
We missed quite a few comments while Rich is digging at his receipt.
Yeah, Derek, you started a whole bunch of comics, man. Let's go into those comments.
Derek Forever reminded us that Rodney Barnes also did Boondocks. Good point.
One of the greatest black animes of all time. What I just say? The greatest black anime of all time. No one's listening to me. The greatest black anime of all time, the Boondocks.
Yes, it is the greatest.
Said anime. What we were supposed to respond different?
Of course.
No, we know it's an anime style cartoon.
Somebody in the comments want to talk about Dragon Ball Z, and that's why I'm gonna get off.
No, Piccolo's not black. We're not going with that. We're going with actual black people. Bobby B says Rodney should be writing that future Spawn movie. No, I don't want Rodney to write this future Spawn movie. I want Rodney to write the Philadelphia television series.
Yeah,
that's what I want Rodney to write.
Yeah,
that way he'll get a bigger paycheck too.
What network do you?
Paul has time to watch TV with all the comics he has to read. No, I don't. That's why I just said I don't watch that much television. I don't have time.
Well, he did My Wife and Kids too.
Y'all have no idea what my life is like. I'm surprised I'm even on the show right now.
Paul, what network would you like for the Philadelphia show to come on?
HBO Max has done a really good job with
Amazon
television promise.
Amazon.
But like Amazon, they give no F's.
None.
Yeah, clearly, I think that might be the better bet.
I don't think there's much
I don't like the fact that HBO Max canceled Lovecraft Country. I'm still bitter about that. They didn't continue with the Watchmen series. I don't appreciate that. Those were 2 excellent series that should have gotten second seasons at least. That did not. So HBO Max is mad suspect right now with me.
I got a better question. This is left field, like way about to go.
Oh, we go.
Oh God!
Would you rather have Lovecraft Country come back for at least a second season, Watch this. I'm going left. I'm going left.
Ask a really stupid question. Go ahead.
Or would you? Because you know, this is the other thing that black folks really, really get upset about. Or
Mhm.
bring back Darwin.
What? Those things have
Left
no
field.
relation to each
I
other
went left
whatsoever.
field. I told you I was gonna go left field.
All right, let's move on to the next question.
All right. Let's see.
Herschel just
the
he who
comment.
trolls.
Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Blue-eyed samurai.
That was really good. I liked it a lot.
I heard it was
I heard it was dope. A lot of people are talking about
man,
Blue-eyed samurai was dope.
I stumbled on it and watched it straight through. I think it was
Really? Did you like it? Did you like it,
I
Angel?
loved it. It was different. And then I remember, some of it historically, the children left behind by American soldiers.
Right.
And those stories of those children of how they were treated because they were so different. Y'all gotta watch it. It's really good. Blue-Eyed Samurai. I enjoyed it.
I haven't heard a single bad comment about that series.
It was brilliant. It was.
I saw a 30-second clip of it online that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Keep going.
Gordon Mahan, Leave the World Behind. It was very good, worth the watch, very suspenseful. I haven't heard of Leave the World Behind.
Heard that's a lot of conspiracy stuff in there too.
I don't know about that one. Leave the
That's
World.
the show I was telling y'all about that was on Netflix.
Okay, your favorite black comic character ever. Black Panther. Next.
Nubia.
Herschel's is Meteor Man. Richards is Black Lightning. Derek doesn't have a favorite, but I'd like to know what Derek's favorite black character ever.
I don't
The
think you're right. I don't
Imperious
think I
Flex.
have one.
No, Derek, I'm not gonna let you get away with I don't know. I've only been collecting for the last
Somebody
couple
from
of years.
Philadelphia. It's got to be.
Give me your favorite.
If I had to pick
character
somebody,
to pick.
if I had to pick somebody to say,
I'm listening.
Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo. That's a legit answer.
Pretty badass.
I know Herschel doesn't like Brother
Do you
Voodoo.
have a Strange Tales 169?
Brother Voodoo is pretty badass.
He does. Yeah, he does. Yeah. How long have you had that?
Did you see how I allowed him to flex himself? He can't help
He's
himself.
got a
You're helping
game.
me out. You're helping me, Paul.
What
But you're also
grade is
paranoid.
that? What grade is that, Derek?
See, you're trying to get me to flex. It's a
I'm not trying.
9.2.
I don't like it takes much to make you flex, Derek. Come on, man.
It's a 9.2, Paul.
It's a 9.2.
It's pretty
That's
good
a
grade.
great choice.
Mine's raw. It might be a
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Who's grading that? Is that your grading system?
That's Paul's.
No,
grading
Derek's the
system,
type of dude that's got like
Me,
10
he's a 1.
and stuff. This dude.
It's probably a 5.
Don't go with him, Angel. Don't go with
Thank you, John. You see what Paul's up to. You can get his.
him. I'm not the one who just flexed right here in front of everybody.
Hey, Paul, you asked in the group chat top 10 black comics of 2023. Y'all not ready for that though, huh?
No, that's for the end of the year show. Don't bring that up. What this Angel first brings up stuff behind the curtain. Now, look,
Listen.
Listen
Man,
to me.
it's time to go. Y'all
Stop
tripping.
bringing
It's
up
time
stuff
to go.
we talk about behind the curtain.
It's time to go,
For the
man.
end of the year show.
Y'all just kind of rambling right now. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a vote. We have a vote for Showtime. Philadelphia on Showtime.
Let's go to the other comments there.
Okay.
What do y'all
And
see?
let's see. Just random. Uncle Ruckus
Uncle
is
Ruckus
the
is
teller of
the
many
teller of
truths.
many truths.
I
Uncle
don't know
Ruckus is
about
the original
truth.
practitioner
He's
of
got
festivals.
problems.
It's cool to know I grew up on the few Rodney Barnes shows. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He's
he's
had some
got a
great shows.
lot.
Lovecraft Country. When HBO Max had Lovecraft Country and The Watchmen on at the same
Mhm.
time, that was like
Oh, yeah.
Black Renaissance Mecca television.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Did
It
you just
was.
ask? Really?
No,
Are you
I'm
serious?
saying you said the mecca of television, but you talking about every black show we had or just sci-fi?
No, I'm talking about Black Horror specifically.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Black Horror. I mean, that was like Afro Gothic heaven right now. When you had Lovecraft Country and Watchmen on at the same
I
time.
believe Amazon got the contract and Rodney is heavily involved.
Tron World.
Don't air that
I-
man's business out there like that, Tron World. I know you got inside information. Don't be putting the man's business out
I
there
don't
like that.
know if that's inside.
I'm wondering if that's a guess, or if it's an
I don't
educated
know
guess, or if it's just educated. No guess.
About that.
Amazon would be the most logical place for Philadelphia to go, in my opinion.
Did y'all talk
Especially for a
about those?
spinoff too.
Did y'all talk about those DC covers that's coming out in February?
No.
Black History covers?
No, we haven't touched on
Whack,
those.
Oh, the DC
Whack.
Power covers?
I'm tired.
whack,
Oh wait,
whack.
Herschel, Rich covered those on Sunday.
You were saying they were going to charge us double.
Oh, they did last year.
Here's the question: what do you guys think about this?
Dr. Brayman.
Thoughts on bringing back
Spawn
Spawn, the animated series, and continuing where it left off?
I'm down.
I mean, I'm not in the Spawn like that anymore. So I mean,
I don't think nobody. I don't know any black person.
The cop.
It depends. It depends on what story they want to tell.
Is it supposed
It'll be
to
very
For me,
dark.
back of a? I don't know.
now if they're doing a
depends on-
storyline involving Rodney Barnes' Philadelphia universe, yeah, sure, I'll be down for that.
You know what? I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Y'all want Rodney Barnes. Y'all turning Rodney Barnes into Michael Jai White. Stop it.
We are. It's already like
Look, after I
Stop.
read Philadelphia 32, I'm like, Spawn really should be part of Philadelphia universe. It's so damn good. The Rodney Barnes writing of Spawn is so damn good. It's incredible.
I mean, look, he's doing a good job with Spawn as far as being in the book or whatever. But Spawn universe is good. Period. You
Yeah.
guys not reading that, so
I sub. I sub.
But I'm talking about the rest of these guys on here.
Oh,
So,
years now.
but I mean, I like Rodney Barnes' writing or whatever. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Again, he's to me he's just getting started because
Yes.
he hasn't introduced Blackula yet, but he's doing a book with the creators of Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. He's doing that. He's got a lot that's going on. So I'm patient as far as the show goes. I mean, because it's like when The Walking Dead came out, right, as a comic book or whatever, people thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was very much a cult book. It didn't really pick up steam as far as the comic book until the show came out. So when the show does come out or whatever, that book is going to really be something special because the print runs on all of these Philadelphia books are not that high. So it's not a whole bunch of Philadelphias in dollar bins. In fact, good luck if you can find it. That book is in people's collections and it's going to stay there because people are well aware that when that book does hit mainstream, how valuable those books are going to be. So I can wait, you know what I'm saying? As long as he continues to tell a good story, because what Robert Kirkman and them did with Walking Dead, that series ended like 180, 190 issues or something what it is. He's just getting started. He's only at 32. So, we got time. We got time.
We got a lot of votes for favorite character.
A personal request that's completely related to any of this. We have some people in the chat. I'd like everyone who's watching this right now to donate $2 to Black Comic Lords via Super Chat.
We like a mega church. Ask for a bunch of money, huh?
I mean,
I'm not unlike the church I went 2 years ago, which locked the doors and made me stay there for 3 hours until I donated money. We're only going to ask you to split. It's a whole long story. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still traumatized by that. Please donate $1 or $2 to the Black Comic Lords to help us keep the lights on and get us through the rest of this year. I'm just throwing it out there. Do what you will.
We got some more votes. We got some more votes for favorite Black character. Blade from Teflon 1.
Blade all day. Man, imagine Rodney Barnes writing Blade. Can we just pause on that for a second?
Yes, he did.
Rodney Barnes writing Blade. Tell me that wouldn't be the best iteration of Blade of all. All due respect to Brian
did
Edward Hill,
part-
who's quite frankly killing it on Blade right
Did
now.
he do the movie Blade? He was writer on the Blade movie.
Exactly, Angel. I would like to see Rodney Barnes as the screenwriter of the Blade movie.
This is the Rodney Barnes show. In case anybody missed it, we're going over his whole filmography and writing literature.
Yeah, I'm turning Rodney Barnes into Michael J.
I'm gonna
White.
have
Y'all
Derek
need to stop.
tag Rodney in
He
this.
is the man.
This is a
Go to his
Rodney Barnes love
website,
session.
RodneyBarnes.com. Buy a book. Support.
You didn't notice what BCL stands for? Barnes Comic Lords.
Derek got mad jokes, man.
Teflon,
Hey,
we appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Teflon.
thank you, Teflon. Let's play something here.
Are we at our budget yet?
And then we got frustrated too. So thank you so much.
$10 we're frustrated. Thank you, sir.
Angel
Thank
Patriot
you.
is my,
Thank you.
charity for veterans.
He said this is my time.
I don't know what they're
Frustrated calls
doing.
me and says, I only
okay.
donated $2 at the last show. That's because, brother, I donate all the money behind the scenes. That's why we're still here.
Right.
Hey, Derek, we're not gonna get hit with that song.
Out of my own pocket.
Not for 5 seconds. We won't.
Derek got
But
this
we
down.
got to cover some more of these votes. Let's see, Battalion.
My favorite is Battalion. Wait, go back to the Battalion. Look, there's a segment that Rich and I did on Image Comics in the 1990s. Check the YouTube channel for that video. Image in the 90s was so mad melanated. They don't get enough credit for how many black characters they had in those Image comics in the 90s. A lot of them were leaders. Battalion being the chief among them.
Yes.
Mad powerful character, great leader, all throughout Stormwatch. Shout out to Evan Narcisse on his Waller versus the Wildstorm Universe series that he's doing right now, bringing Battalion back. I love Battalion. Great character.
That just ended actually. It ended in issue 4.
Shout out to Tron World.
Tron World.
Uh-oh. Sometimes we get the big ones and it just kind of causes technical difficulty.
Go, boy!
Okay, we're back. I got it.
Yes. Thank you.
Man, Derek, you put those together, man. You did a good job.
Word forever.
Y'all be wild. Yes, definitely will be going to see Aquaman 2.
Yeah, my man, them from London.
I'm gonna wait for that to stream.
Shout out to my brethren, Bird Forever. Appreciate you, man.
Okay. Petit, he voted for Icon.
Icon.
Bird Forever.
Favorite black character, Rocket, written by the late Dwayne McDuffie. There you go.
Oh, Paul, he's a separate comment from Gordon. Have you read Castlevania Nocturne?
French Revolution, Haitian Revolution, West African. No, I've never heard of that.
I know that was kind of.
That was on that's another show on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And it's
I never got a chance to pick my show, or movie. I would say Godzilla -1 for movie. For show, it's a tie between Atlanta and Gen V. I know Rich doesn't like to hear that.
See,
but,
look, you're supposed to be saving this for the end of the year. Stop. This is the end of the year show
Okay.
stuff.
But that was the question.
Asking those questions, Paul. We're not going to answer the question. Especially if they're giving super chats. What is wrong with you?
That's our end of the year.
I'll save the rest. I'll save the rest for later.
Save the rest.
The question for Teflon 1: are we going to talk about Black Manta and Aquaman 2?
No.
Wow. We're gonna talk about it. You need to stop. Y'all need to
Just
stop.
that with the quickness. No.
We're gonna talk about it. We can't talk about it now. We'll talk about it when it comes out. We'll review it. You know, we're gonna talk about it.
Maybe next week.
Yeah.
I gotta see the movie.
Comes out, you know. It's a holiday coming up, so you know, I'm probably gonna go see the movie Christmas Day. So
When's the movie
I don't
come
need a
out?
trip.
When's the movie come out? Aquaman 2.
Comes out this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna see it anytime soon. I'll be traveling.
Wayne, Luke Cage, and old school Blade and Static.
Miles and
Boy
Afro
versus-
Samurai.
NBA Live Girl, you said you guys should do a video on Image Comics black characters. We did that. Paul just talked about it. We did one covering the black characters from the 90s. So
Check our repertoire.
go
I
to
will.
our YouTube page and just put in characters from the 90s. It'll pop up. We did a video on that.
I'll
You
pop in a
guys-
link in a few minutes.
Black character.
Yeah. Actually
It's
was. Wow. Okay.
Go on Image Comics.
Hercules.
Black Panther, Luke Cage, Static Hardware, Steel Icon, Storm, Vixen, John Stewart, all legit characters. All legit characters. Blurred forever.
Hold on? Did you know this? So Gordon is telling us there's gonna be 3 Blackula graphic novels.
Yes, there will be 3 Blackula. Did Gordon get some inside information we don't have?
Is that 3 after the first one or 3 more?
Angel, go ahead and DM.
There
Rodney.
actually,
That's
hold on,
confirmation.
guys. Wait up a second.
Him about
No,
it.
there are other people doing Blackula stuff. Matter of fact, there's a movie. There's guys that's doing a reboot of the Blackula movie.
Yep, Halloween next year.
So, but it's not Rodney Barnes.
No.
And I did hit him up about that. I did ask him, was he involved? And he said no, but he did. They definitely talked to him about it.
So that means it's going to be trash.
Yeah. That's mean.
This guy here, man. It's time to go. It's time to go. We hour and 30, almost hour and 30 minutes. It's
You
time
keep
to go.
trying to go, man. You ain't got nothing to do. Stop acting like you gotta go.
I
You want to go.
already gave away that.
Y'all ain't got stuff to do.
You ain't got stuff to do. Stop.
All right. Okay. All right. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy for later. That's all
I
I'm saying.
keep it. I put it in my pocket.
Hey,
Slap it
Derek,
up, flip it, and rubbish
pull up
down.
that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up right now if I can get these.
I
not working.
gave away
Hold on a
the
minute.
comic today. The Photon #1. And actually it was a local fan that won it. Sean Mitchell. He said he met Herschel, I think. Did y'all meet up a couple weeks ago, I guess, on something?
Yeah, at a like a comic book garage sale.
Oh yeah. And so I went to visit Epic Comics over on Alafaya, which is his LCS where he lives. So I shout out to them on my Instagram.
I've been in that shop maybe like 3 times. It seems like they've done some upgrades because when I went there years ago, it was like, eh. But is it pretty nice on the inside?
It's okay. It's okay. Not my favorite.
Orlando's comic book shops are trash,
Oh.
with the exception of Acme.
Come on, Paul.
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't say that.
oh, Acme in Colorado.
I do not
Thank you
agree
for
with
that,
that
Paul.
statement. And a lot of the shop owners around Orlando are friends of mine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, y'all are boring.
Oh, Blackbird. Shout out to Blackbird. I love Blackbird. Y'all are
Dave
dope
and
stuff.
Candace rock the house. Oh, that their shop is the best, one of the best in the area.
Which
Derek.
one?
Blackbird on
Yeah.
500 East Horatio in Maitland is owned by Dave and Candace Craig. which
I
are-
love Blackbird. I love Dave and Candace. They're like they're mad fam, and they've always been very big supporters of BCL.
Here you go, Angel. Here's
Thank
your
you.
picture.
Hey, Derek.
Who's that? Angel?
That's Sean Mitchell.
Yeah,
He
sure.
won the comic book, and because he was local, he wanted to meet up instead of me sending it in the mail.
What store are you in? Is that Acme?
That's Epic over on 570 Alafaya. over by the Waterford Lakes.
Hey, Derek, can you do me a favor and zoom in to Richard? Because we're boring the hell out of him.
Clearly.
This is like, oh my God.
Rich has been trying to leave for like the last
We're
half an
Richard's
hour.
face real quick.
The audience. And he's
Rich is like,
bored.
this show is going beyond an hour. I
This
gotta,
show
things
is-
gotta do with my
You
time.
talking about this? They're talking about this, this is trash. Oh, this show is trash. I'm surprised we got some money tonight. Good Lord.
Frustrated says, I hate everybody.
Oh.
I don't hate everybody. I got nothing. Look, I'm from Brooklyn, man. Spreading love is the Brooklyn way. I got love for
See,
everybody.
You know, I've kind of figured something out, Herschel, when it comes to Paul. Paul is really sleepy. You know how people start just talking crazy
Yeah.
when it's time for them to go to bed? Give him some milk and send him on to bed. God dog.
Milk and cookies got last night. I think. It's milk
Hey,
and cookies.
Paul, did you display your mask, man? What's up? Don't tell me
No,
you open it up
no,
yet.
I don't put I'm a grown ass man. I don't put a mask on online. That's what
No,
am I
you
doing?
put it up behind you, bro.
No, I haven't done that yet. But I will tell you that in 2024, what you see behind me is going to look completely different. I got plans.
Move
I
it
got
out.
something this week that's going to be really dope.
You got a lot of
All right.
secrets.
I
You
just
have no
popped the link
idea.
to the image show.
I
You
think
have
I have
no
some
idea.
You sit on a whole pile of secrets.
Wrapped up in riddles and enigmas.
Do we have
I hear
any
you, John. I hear you,
updates
John.
on a ladies live, maybe Future, maybe something Angel solo event? I don't know. Talk to us.
Nice deflection, Herschel.
You're gonna throw me under the bus.
Right, Bill. We need this.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to
Yeah.
Frustrated Plan.
First, they ain't gonna have enough money for lunch tomorrow. You keep-
Pre-
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Thank you.
We
Thank
might
you
make
for
it
the
through
light, Bill.
2023, y'all. We might have enough money to reach all the way to 2024.
That'll
That's
be
the
nice.
goal.
That'll be nice. Hey, Rich, I know you want to go, but I want to try something quickly, if you're okay with it.
Rich has been trying to
I
go
wanna-
for
I wanna-
30 minutes.
Yeah, he been
I
trying.
want to test
He
drive
passed his
something.
bedtime.
Okay, so this is a contest. Okay, we have 4 contestants. I'm gonna pop up a pixelated picture of a cover. Let's see who can guess what cover it is first.
So
All
we're
right.
just doing the end of the year show right now. Okay.
No, it's just a test run. I'll try it out. We'll see how it works. Okay.
The cover is right. Come on down.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
That's
Here we go.
Angel and Sean Mitchell. I won.
All right. Here goes. What cover is that?
That is Philadelphia #1.
No, it's not Philadelphia.
Oh,
That's a Black Panther cover.
I'm out.
Philadelphia. If it is Philadelphia, it's Philadelphia #8.
No, it's a Black Panther cover.
Yeah, you can't
It
just
is.
go to that much. You gotta clean up.
That is horrible.
You gotta help
Oh,
us out.
hey, I wanted to be a little tough.
That's
A
not
little tough. This is
That's
super
a
tough.
That
Marvel,
might actually,
okay.
that might actually
It's
be
Marvel.
Philadelphia #1.
It's a Marvel.
I agree
It's
with
a
Richard.
Marvel
I think that's Philadelphia
It's a
#1.
Marvel cover.
It's a Herschel variant.
It's a Marvel cover.
It is not a Herschel variant.
That's You're telling me that's a Marvel cover.
That is a Marvel cover.
Derek, this is too hard. Nobody's ever.
That's
gonna guess
Black
this,
Panther
bro.
#6.
Chat. Anybody in the chat know?
Black
No.
Panther #6 is probably gonna be, or the one that we don't. How Paul said, the one that we won't name on the show is probably might be one of his.
No. This is Derek. It's not you, Herschel. Derek's not going to troll me that bad.
Oh, Derek, hit him with it.
under.
It's Marauders 13. It's Marauders 13, Paul. No.
No,
No.
y'all don't want me walking off the show.
All right,
Everybody's
Derek, let's
guessing
see.
Blade. Here we go.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I actually have that book too, by the way.
Ultimate.
Rich had a
Fallout.
whole bunch of them in his area at one point.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You want to talk about a brother who's got an incredible black comic collection, who was mad humble about it and literally does not talk about it? Is Richard Wright?
You just not even an hour ago just called BS on my having
Yeah,
2
that's true.
independent books, bro. Really? We doing that now?
That's
That's
You
true.
still haven't produced
Paul's
2
all over
Warm
the place
Independence
tonight.
books.
Well,
you have it though.
No. What I'm gonna do is, you talk about flex. I'm not real talking rich. I will have both of them to display them in your face.
In your
All right,
face.
so you get. So what you're telling me is you have 4 days to go ahead and acquire those
Whoa,
books.
I don't have 4 days. I can go get it. I can actually go to my storage unit and go get it tonight.
So you gonna drive
What'd
across
you say?
town.
eBay? You gonna go get it on eBay?
No. I have them in my collection. What are you talking about,
Actually, you don't even need to go to eBay. You live in
bro?
Texas.
I don't. One thing about Rich, I don't have to.
Every
I do not
LCS
have
in
to.
Texas has a dozen
I
keys.
do not have to brag on what books I got. I got a few
I
books.
was giving you props, Richard. I was literally giving you props. You are
I-
mad humble about
I-
your collection. You have an excellent collection.
I have a
I
nice
agree.
one. I have a nice one. I do. Thank you.
Okay, let's see if
You are,
anybody
you
gets
are
this. It's a
mad
bit
humble
easier.
about your very excellent collection.
Thank you.
All right, see if you
Can
can
we
get
get
this
back?
one.
Can we get back to? Can we get back to guess what the Atari graphic is? Atari
Exactly.
2600.
Do another one, Derek. Go ahead and do another one. Now you have me
Man,
intrigued.
what?
Oh man,
That's
dude,
Missile
Come on, man.
Command.
That's way too pixelated.
come on,
That's
bro.
Missile Command.
I want it to be hard.
That's not even 64
That's
bits. It's like
Command.
10 bits.
that's Tetris. Tetris. That's what that is.
Nubia.
Hubert.
Might be Nubia.
Hubert.
A
Hey,
milestone
DC.
book.
The clue is DC. It's a DC key.
Nubia.
It's a DC book.
Oh,
It's a
Bumblebee.
milestone
Think about
If,
the color.
if it's a DC, if it's a
Color
DC
scheme.
key, if it's a DC key, that's got to be Aquaman 35.
No,
Hey,
it's icon number one.
Oh.
What?
You giving stuff away somewhere.
Yeah.
I was looking at the colors of the book. I guessed it right.
Just
Put some
focus
respect
on the
on it.
colors. Focus on the
I'm
colors.
actually buying that book.
That's crazy that you got that.
Private
Does anybody own that book? Any of y'all own this?
I own that book.
Okay,
Not
you
pussy
own it
Paul.
for a while?
I have the
Black Manta was my Aquaman 35, I think it is, was one of the first comic books I ever owned. I got it when I was
Really?
like 4 years old. My dad got it for me when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
And he didn't even know.
Black Manta was in that book. It was the first appearance of Calderon's father. What's his name? Shoot.
But you and your dad probably didn't know. Actually, you probably, well, if you were 4, you didn't. He didn't know. Y'all didn't know he was black. But I
If we
guess
were poor, what would you say? If we were poor?
No, 4.
Four.
4? Yeah. I mean,
4.
yeah. At that time, yeah,
4.
it was revealed at that point he was black.
No, if you were 4.
No, he wasn't.
An
No, he
issue,
wasn't.
not Aquaman. Is this Aquaman 35?
Yeah.
That's 35.
That's not 35. It wasn't 35. It was an issue where it was the first issue where you had a black.
That's
where you had a black
Aquaman.
person.
That's actually Aquaman 452.
What?
Yeah.
Aquaman 452. That's the issue you find out he's black.
Yeah, and that was
No, that's not the one I'm talking about. It was an issue where it was the introduction of the first black person who could breathe underwater.
You're talking about the other guy, the bald head guy.
The bald head guy. I can't remember his name.
It was a henchman. We got it in. If you want to know, we got it in blackcomiclords.net. Go online. We put that book in the keys a long time ago.
I insisted that book would be in the keys because that was literally probably one of the first comic books I ever owned.
Wow.
I want that book, but I want it in a good grade, but I don't want to pay a bunch of money for it.
You got a reader's copy?
I have my original copy from when I was 4, which I wrote my name on because I was 4.
Is your 4?
And I recently, earlier this year, bought a better version, a better copy of it, just because I needed to have it in a better copy.
I have the reprint of that book. Matter of fact, I got like 5 reprints of that book. That's actually my birthday grail.
Is it really? No,
Yes.
That's not your birthday grail because that'd make you younger than me.
October.
No, that came out in '67, September of '67.
Oh, you're talking about Aquaman 35?
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you're jumping the gun, and I told you need to go to bed, bro.
Okay, this is probably the hardest one right here.
Oh God.
Oh,
That's
I
a
might get
spawn.
surprised.
That's a spawn there. Okay, wait. What? Give us the year. Give us the company.
They said, "Give us the year in the company." Really?
I didn't narrow it down.
Oh,
hope they did this
that's Philadelphia #1 to 500. 500 limited edition. Easy. Yes,
It's
sir.
not quite, but very close, very close. This was
Don't-
the 1 in 25.
The
It
one
was
in
the 1 in
25.
25.
That's
Yeah.
it.
The 500 limited one did not have Philadelphia. They did not have a trade on it, basically.
Yeah, all right.
Philadelphia
Well,
never won.
You're splitting hairs. It's the same book.
So-
you're the one who got specific, you know.
NBA Live Girl says Molo the Sea Devils, number 23. So a lot of people don't know Molo. You can almost stretch that out and say he might have been the first superhero for DC. But I ain't gonna do that. You know how I feel about Mal. But yeah, that's a book to have. It is dirt cheap. It's less than $50. And he only makes like maybe 2 appearances. And it's a brother that is a part of this Shield type team, and they go on the water and save the day. And it kind of
Molo?
reminds me of Flipper Dipper, which is a black teen from the early 70s that basically did kind of the same thing. But he was with the teen Young Kids Brigade. So yeah.
Okay, I got one more cover.
I found the book that I was looking for. I just want to tell you guys it's Aquaman 57.
Okay.
This is the first appearance of Cal Durham.
Yeah.
Cal Durham is the first black person that you see can breathe underwater. It was an experiment that Black Manta did in this issue.
Mm-hmm.
And they subsequently, DC, because they're DC, they retcon everything. They subsequently retconned that so that he's basically like I don't know, almost like a Black Atlantean. But he appeared in several issues afterwards as a reformed Black Manta henchman who ended up being an ally of Aquaman, almost a heroic figure. So for all intents and purposes, he's kind of your first Black Atlantean that you ever saw in DC Comics. It's kind of cool. But this was one of the first comics I ever owned.
Nice.
Came out in 1977. So I was July of 1977. So I was 5 years old.
Okay, ready for one more? Last one. Okay, here we go.
Weird fantasy.
Oh, Weird Fantasy.
Oh, that was Weird Fantasy.
I think I would have
gotten that one though.
Even if you pixelated like that, I would have figured this one out.
Yeah,
Based on that pixelation, I would have figured that out.
I hate that I ruined that one then. And then, you know, there was conversation about War of the Independence #2. So this is, you know, if you're ever able to find this book in a shop or anywhere, you know.
Now, do we consider this book a grail?
No.
I don't. No, I don't.
It's not even key, to be honest. It's just noteworthy.
I think it's a key. I think it's a key worthy. Most independent Black superheroes and characters on a cover.
Is that a category though?
It may not be necessarily a category, but it's
really the debate. That's the debate, right? Like, there's when we say what's a key, are we talking about what's a key for the mainstream comic book collector? Are we talking about what's a key based on us being Black collectors? That's the debate.
Last year,
I'll get some DMs.
As a Black collector, there's no doubt in my mind that this is a key.
My hero is Black. Didn't that book come out last year? And it's got a lot of main characters. Was that DC?
No, that book hasn't come out yet. You're talking about my
superheroes, but that didn't come
Not
out
yet.
That hasn't come out yet. That comes out this summer.
But that cover will have all Black characters on the front, correct?
Yes, but even that cover that was done by Natasha Bustos does not have as many Black characters as this cover. This cover has the most Black characters. The interior, the book itself, has more Black characters than any comic book I've ever seen.
And they have DC characters in there. They've got Cyborgs in here. They've got Black Goliath in here. And they got Black Vulcan is in this book. All those guys make cameos.
Shout out to Big Phil. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
I'm not watching Log In, so I fixated Weird Fantasy.
What happened to A Vicious Circle? That book is taking way too long, way longer than any
Oh my
milestone.
God. Vicious Circle, when we do our end of the year show and we talk about the best books of 2023, we would be remiss if we did not
1,
mention
2,
Vicious
3,
Circle as being one of the best comic books to come out in 2023.
10, 11.
Although it's only been 2 issues,
Yeah.
those 2 issues were phenomenal. Phenomenal.
We got a question.
The same, thank you, Teflon Juan. The same Calvin Durham from Young Justice. The answer is yes. Except this is where the retcon comes in. In Young Justice, which was the introduction of Aqualad as being, well, I mean, he was introduced actually in The Blackest Night, but in terms of being in the cartoon, his father, his adoptive father, is listed as Cal Durham. But that's where his name comes from Aqualad, because his name is Calderon. And that's based on Cal Durham from Aquaman 57. So very good that you picked up on that.
As far as Vicious Circle goes, I don't know if there's going to be another Vicious Circle because there's nothing in CLZ determining a 3rd issue.
I hope so. That book was, the artwork in that book was
Plus, that
fantastic.
book didn't come out. Actually, that the first issue came out in December 2022. So
Yeah.
the second issue is the only one that came out this year.
That book comes out like once every 6 months.
So you may not get any more issues of that.
Bite your tongue, Richard. I hope there's another issue.
No, for real. You go to CLZ and see. There's
No, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying it's a damn shame if it doesn't come out. It was really fantastic. The artwork was fantastic.
Yep.
All right. So I'm with Richard at this point. I think we've been on for an hour and 46 minutes. Do y'all have anything else?
Mm-mm.
Have a wonderful holiday. Everybody enjoy yourself. Be safe.
We're going to do an end of the year show. I
Yeah.
think we're shooting for, what do we say? The 30th?
What
I didn't
day?
know
Saturday
it
night?
picked anything yet.
That's
Saturday.
a Saturday.
We can't do the 31st. That's New Year's Eve. People will be drunk. Maybe the 30th.
First was muted saying something.
We'll let you know. But right now we're shooting for somewhere around December 30th, having an end of the year show where we're going to be doing giveaways and a trivia contest and doing our insight into Black comics. We hope you join us.
Oh.
We'll let
Making
you
it
know.
rain. Super chat.
And in the final hours, Frustrated Fans comes in with the $5 that may actually make us reach the end of the year goal so that we are funded all the way through 2023. We thank you tremendously.
Man, shout out to Frustrated.
Happy holidays, Wayne.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you, not only who are watching us, but in case anyone in the future watches this, I want to thank each. Look, at the beginning of this year, Black Comic Lords, the Facebook page, had 7,500 followers. As of now, we're over 42,000 followers on Facebook.
We got to stop right there. We got another super chat.
Thank
Man,
you, Phil.
shout out Big Phil.
Hey, shout out to Big Phil. Shout out to Big Phil. Appreciate you, brother. I'm looking forward to Big Phil's got a look. Make sure if you haven't done so already, go on YouTube. While you're on YouTube, do a search on 33 and a Third Media. Follow Big Phil. He has a lot of plans going on in 2024. He has an exhibit going on. that is going to be nothing less than groundbreaking. That he would like the Black Comic Lords to be involved in, and shout out to you for asking us to be involved. It's a blessing and an honor to do so. So please give him a follow. I'd like to thank everyone who has joined us, has been supportive of us for the past year, last couple of years. We've only been around for not even 3 years yet in Black Comic Lords, and it's been a tremendous journey. We've had our ups and downs. That we've had a group amount of people who have been with us through thick and thin. A lot of you who are on this chat right now, and look, if it hasn't been said, just want to say thank you, because we do this out of love. We're not getting paid to do this. Quite frankly, we pay out of our own pockets to keep Black Comic Lords going. But that's because we believe in it. We believe in the concept. We believe in the mission, which is to support these Black comic characters and these creators, so that we can hopefully keep this hobby alive, keep it going, and make it even more so flourish. And that's a credit to each and every one of you. So I just wanted to personally say, as CEO of this and on behalf of everyone else, thank you very much for your support. It means the world to us. You have no idea. So we'll get more into that later. So with that, we out. Anyone else got any of this?
Good.
We out.
Thanks, everybody.
Got some
Great show.
trolling.
Run faster next time, man.
What was that?
That's all I got to say. Run faster
Stop
next time,
that.
man. Run like the wind, and that's it.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
God.
All right. Hey, we'll be coming up again in a few days. Thanks all.
Herschel is still grieving.